Alright. Alright. Ready. More replay cost. Let's go. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? Okay, so again, draft's kind of fucked because captain's draft real bad. So let's have a quick evaluation of what we got. This one, this one, this one, this one, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we have Melody Winter Wyvern with the James Chaos Knight, I assume. Or looks to be Tom going in that bot lane with the Legion, but they might move around, so James might be on this 3 CK. Kitty's going to play a Lich, looks like to be 4 right now. Again, positions are a little weird. We'll be playing a mid Bristleback. Over on the other side, Kunkka being played by Nathan. Looks like Goldrian, Mirana plus Mishrak in the off lane, and then Silencer PA in the safe lane. So looks okay. A lot of need for this PA shard, I think. It's going to be quite hard to break through this. Kunkka should do okay in lane, I'd imagine, but seems a bit hard. Alrighty, as with the last one, let's power through some of this old stuff so we can get this done in record time. So the rune fight's going to go a little. Arctic Burn skill to try and go for that. Yeah, again, nothing really going to go wrong, I think. Death Row coming over from this side might get a little scared off. Otherwise, runes go 2 and 2. Nathan is going to grab the river one, and then Aiden's going to grab the jungle one before TPing up top to the lane itself. Kitty, early block on this camp, I think. Yeah. So making sure that no pulls are going to go off, and this is something really difficult to make sure. You need to make sure this this goes off. I think there's a bit of a disagreement on how important it is right now. I think some of the pros are like, if you can contest the lane, you can unblock this and fight over it. It's good for you. If you feel like you're weaker than the enemy support, it's quite difficult. So Ollie getting run out by this Lich. Clearly they both think they're pretty up in terms of skill. I think I'd favour the Silencer though. Maybe with Glaives, maybe with E. It depends on what kind of build he's going to go. It's kind of sad to get kills on the Silencer without points in Glaives as well, so you've got to consider that. Here in the mid lane, Nathan doing fine on the Kunkka. Early does against Ruby. Starts a stick against the Quill Spray. Always nice. More replay casts, always and forever, until there aren't any more left, because there's a big queue. I want to make sure that everyone feels loved and whatever. Okay. Let's speed this up a little bit, see what happens across the board. Yeah, I would expect this this lane up top to go in favor of the CK, just because of the supports kind of cancel each other out, and the PA feels difficult to do anything in this lane. 8 armor CK or 5 armor plus the infinite regen if he skills it. Contesting this top rune, which is nice. Again, Ollie coming over to try and get some clicks in. Turning around with the Ice Blast, and then CK just running at the PA solo. So clear show of strength there, but not CSing super well on either side. And these supports are just chasing each other to the end. Looks like Kitty's gonna grab the first blood here. There's no Fairy Fire or anything. Pretty close there if there was. Like, it was quite, I don't know, seemed quite greedy for me to not go for Mango Ice Blast or Frost Blast. But it should be good. Alrighty, so first blood goes the way of Radiant. And again, I think that lane can go kind of either way depending on what kind of thing we got going on. 1-2-1 for Nathan. No real surprises here. 022 for Ruby again. Nothing major. James adopting a very aggressive position in this lane. Be a little on the troublesome side, but again, CK just has a bunch of health, and the physical damage with the oh, Aiden may have misplaced his faith in how much damage he was going to do here. Just critting to death. Kitty again, use these mangoes, please. I feel that was like exactly the same as the last time, like just without the luck going through. Melody beating Goldrian to level 3, which is good. I assume the second point in Splinter Blast. No, 1-on-1, okay. So making sure that Tom is never going to die, regardless of how much he tries, because he tries a lot. Scaling on this spell is not bad. 100 then plus 80 per level. Wow, that overwhelming odds is level 2. Really hurt Mishuk there. The Bloodseeker is not going to get Thirst off himself, sadly. Where are we off to? So yeah, very early aggression onto this tower. Melody potentially able to get something here. Splinter Blast. It's going to hit, but it's not level 2. Melody does go down under tower to the rotation, although the response of Goldrian there. Can try and get some more leaps in, but not going to be enough. Yeah, apologies if this is a little laggy. I am not willing to leave the Final Fantasy XIV queue again. So we'll have to deal with a bit of the old lagarino there. Just start doing highlights, start doing it like an Overwatch case. Let's speed up through this boring section of the map. Try and use our gamer's intuition to work out if anything's going to happen. Like in mid. Yeah, I would have expected Nathan to go for a boat here, but I guess he just doesn't think he can kill, and I think he might be right. Let's go and look at what happened with our lack of intuition. Goldrian just stuck around on no health, gets a point blank arrow, tries to go for the deny to these creeps, but just sets himself up to have someone to bounce off. Death Row going to go down this top lane. Again, the damage coming out from CK and the control coming out from Chaos Bolt is just immense. I don't know if there's anything he can really do about that, other than position more defensively. Net worth charts, Nathan doing okay, Radiant Cores doing okay, and then wow, real suffering on the Dire Cores as Aiden is getting not much at all, and the same is true of Mishuk, I think. I'm a bit too quick through these. So I don't know if Aiden is going to try and run the fuck away. Oh my god, even the catapult's griefing him. He has the Ring of Health, so he's a little more tanky, but he doesn't have enough presence in this lane to do anything. It feels like spells being thrown off over at the Lich just to try and trade, but really needs to peel for the PA here right now. Gonna greet a Battle Fury? Is that what the Ring of Health is for? I guess he must. Ruby doing some early stacks, but just trusting. Oh, actually making some early stacks now, I guess. Nice. So going to come over with a little bit more mana and do this, I think. That was the soaring activation to press Cool Spray. Smart of Nathan to look here. But he's cast his spells in an... Oh, is Ruby getting away with this? And Sinister Gaze coming through from Kitty. It's going to be enough. The Vanguard coming through from Ruby just enough to deal with things. And James is going to come over. He's level 6, going to start critting. Ruby's in no position to really help with this at all. Gets the beautiful cleave off the camp. That was nice. That's some Kunkka tech right there. Really nicely played by Nathan. So yeah, these offlaners duel in the bot lane, but Mishuk a little sadder than the Legion. They know about these stacks now, so they're going to try and aggress. Kitty is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to try and interrupt the combo and does so. Really nice presence of mind to do that there. What's the evasion? Was that uphill? Melody's come over to try and fight this as well, and might be in some problems as takes the arrow full to the face. And they're going to give up their life for that one as well. Nice torrent as well. There's lots of great little micro plays happening here across the board. They still haven't really fought over the main objective, which is these stacks. Or this stack, I guess, as the case may be. CK feeling pretty comfortable just to aggress up top. Kitty Power TPing back to the top tower. It's going to kill Ollie here for sure. There's no way you get away from this. Big arrow, though. Sinister Gaze to get back into the Frost Shield Blast, and James is going to come and have a quick look, but no help needed. Nathan, level 9 now, maxed out on the Tidebringer, going for the Armlet. Pretty standard build up for mid. Yeah, there's no real... They have boat, but like they just don't have enough numbers of people who can really help right now. Great kill, great kill attempt here onto the rest of the camp. Oh, the arrow hits a creep. Nathan might be in some trouble here. Run buff is a hell of a drug, literally, but it's probably not going to help him too much here. What's he going to try and do? Going to get the... Oh! It was nearly so close to a triple there. Nathan having some trouble. Needs to get himself away before the quill stacks top, and it just... Actually, no. That was Kitty Power got the right click on there. What happened? Oh, I can actually see it. It's just a right click. The right click on the Lich. Yeah, you go super low with Rum as well. James is just making Aiden pretty sad here, as he can't really do much about the CK wailing on the enemy. Ring of Health treads. Kitty is possibly able to do something with the Sinister Gaze here. Oh, this is nice dodge from the Blur. Blur's again active under tower. Nice jump away, but the radius of Frost Shield is just so big. Looks like he missed the Tidebringer there, but lots of scary things up in this area. Ollie's going to die now 2 to James on a killing spree at this point. Goldrian level 6. Same level as Aiden. It's really sad at this point because like PA is obviously suffering. Oh, big Chain Frost. Potentially enough units to kill here. Definitely if Goldrian jumps in. Nathan's going to get a hell of a lot of rum from this buff. He's going to get Reality Rifted down. There's the... Okay. Nice clean there. It's a lot of disable and then the Splinter Blast to jump in there. Melody going to protect herself with the Cold Embrace. Ollie has some spells, but not a huge amount. James is going to go for the TP away. Meanwhile, Ruby just running at Aiden under tower is going to destroy him at this point. That's not a fair fight. That's a very, very farmed mid Bristleback against the very not farmed PA. And Tom on this, well, I guess, safe lane. Legion Commander farming up quite well. Soul Ring into Armlet Blink by the looks of things. But it's already looking like a very unfun prospect for Dire to play this game. I mean, I'd say that Nathan probably did okay in the mid lane, but the other lanes are very significantly lost at this point. Ollie chilling, scouting out some more of these stacks. Only a double hard stack now for the Radiant, but Ruby's going to walk over just so fast, regardless. Gonna kill Ollie, no problems. Treads build up for the Whistle. Bristle normally build treads? I actually honestly don't know. Just gonna keep farming up these stacks. No reason to do anything else. It's pretty efficient. Someone's catching the wave going in mid. Aiden's got a lot of space bot right now with the Blur. But yeah, he has a mountain to climb in terms of recovery. I wonder if he'll go for the Battle Fury just for that reasoning. Just if he needs to, if he is going to get to farm back into this game, it needs to be that kind of efficient item. And if he's not going to get to, then it kind of doesn't matter what he builds. Ship's just going to get gone on in the middle of his pit. It's going to bounce. Not the. Oh, that last one was quite nice. It's going to go invisible there, but no getting away from this. Ollie cannot stop this TP away from James. Goldrian going for the arrow here, but it's going to sail past Kitty. Kitty to go for the TP as well. So pretty clean execution there from Radiant in terms of the dive. Getting things done. Let's go for the... See if this makes anything better. It's going to be shit to watch, but it's probably better smooth and looking like blocks than nice looking and 0 FPS. Look. Although it does mean that Legion Commander apparently is half invisible, so go for that. Alright, what happened here? Fear, Sinister Gaze. He tries to re-engage here actually. And just gets smacked by the Phantasm Illusion.
I can assign you to dust.
quite a kill onto Kitty. That's a full perseverance. Going first time Lotus Orb, actually. Aiden's getting scouted out in the spot lane. I'll blur off some of these attacks. That does mean that Legion doesn't quite have the blink, but can maybe catch them on the hill. Nice redirection there from Aiden. There's fighting happening up here as well. Death Row is for sure dead, I think. Trying to get in range for the duel, but nice blink target there from Goldrian. Getting this boy out. Aiden has a haste in mid. Yeah, these items are... I think Armlet AC is going to be fine. This game you need something against the Bristle. Armlet is just really cost efficient now at the best of times. It's just, yeah, I just don't see a way where you're going to be able to cleanly fight this Bristleback or indeed the rest of the cast at any point. Oh, arrow nearly hits onto Ruby. Yeah, the Naked Bloodseeker's not the best thing in the world, but try our best. Oh, clicking on him has given him some clothes, so small mercies. Rubbish goes out onto Ruby, but Ruby's going to just stick still. Might be a Winter's Curse incoming at some point. There's just the Cold Embrace, and it's going to proc the Bloodright as well. There's Duel going off onto Goldrian on the side, sorry, Ollie on the side. Getting all the brothers mixed up today. Melody looks like they're going to go down. Actually, no, gets a nice Winter's Curse out, not even cancelled early for some reason I can't quite work out. Ruby looking like they're in some danger, but there's still an incredibly tanky Bristleback. The stacks are mounting up now. Aiden has 3, 4 now. Overwhelming odds up the hill. Even the Tidebringer's not going to do very much. Misha's going to take a bunch of damage from the Splinter Blast, and it's just impossible to kill this guy. The Bristleback is chunky. James is just not even having to participate. He's 3 levels up on his enemy laner, same level as the mid laner, and taking this tower with 0 problems. Leave his Phantasm there to do the work, it looks like. Anything gonna be able to catch anything here in mid? No boat for 15. Yeah, so back to the AC. I do like the AC, I do like the armlet. I think it has to be... I think there has to be a vessel somewhere, and if the Goldrian hasn't built one, that's really, really worrying. That's actually on Bloodseeker, so that's fine. I think a faster vessel is always the better vessel. And then yeah, so we're going to need something like a Shiva's, I guess, eventually on Kunkka, and then the break from the Shard of PA is going to be all but necessary here. Ruby's going to pick up a DD in the top river. It's going to be one of those spicy meatballs I've heard so much about. TP's coming in, blur farming is going super low. No regen for Ollie to pass over either, so that's what he's going to get. James, Reality Rift, not quite getting hit by the arrow on the disengage either. And then Radiant are just attacking this bot tower with the DD. Bristleback, press the attack as well, that's just rude. So it looks like Ruby's going... Is that also for Lotus? Interesting. Lotus Ags, it seems. They really care about, I guess, the global silence and how to deal with that. There's a couple of other silences as well. And you can always make sure that you try and force them to buy lowers so that you double duel them and win. Up top, Mishuk is encountering CK related difficulties, but MLS is going to get him away. Carried away by a moonlight shadow. Nathan's going to Aiden, fuck hell, it's going to show on this bot wave, but it's going to go immediately back into MLS. Pretty close to just getting cursed up, I think, and dying, but nicely dodged. Ollie in dangerous proximity to Bristleback, i.e. within about 2000 range. Melody going to get the all-important couple of right clicks out onto the tower. I'm just taking away PA space from him now, like it's upsetting, but Not a lot they can really do. Oh, nice. That actually did hit. I didn't think that would hit. Torrent's going to hit as well. Silence is going to cover everything. So now they have to decide how to kill Ruby, which is very difficult. Rupture goes out. There's going to need to be a boat combo and then some to do anything. And meanwhile, James, TP's down here to the mid fight, but I think honestly if he just kept pushing, he would have gotten a lot more than he's about to get here. Kind of try and force a fight with Melody down. Duke's away from the blood, right? How are we doing on that Battle Fury? Not great, not great. The worst thing in the world, but yeah, Goldrian's going to find himself in pain and dies to the extraneous quills of Ruby after the Chaos Bolt sails through the air, smacks Mirana in the head. So yeah, early aggression onto this tier 2 mid. Going to get the glyph out now. Is the Blood Right going to come back as well? But again, Ruby with her back turns, no damage that can really happen. Probably stack up this Arcane Curse to like 400 or something, if they really tried. Aiden desperately just trying to farm under Blur. What's this, like 800 gold off this now? I think it's really hard to defend this mid tier 2. I just don't see how you translate your damage into anything. I don't know what that X was about. I maybe missed the purpose of it. What we're doing item wise. So Lotus on the Lich, we talked about that. Wow, this is Echo MKB. Oops, there's a duel happening. They've caught Goldrian. There's the Chain Frost. It's going to be enough to call themselves a duel winner. They're going for Echo MKB, so clearly James identified the PA as his problem, which is, I'm not sure that's true or necessary, but definitely a choice. Legion is going to have Blink, Armlet going into Blade Mail, BKB. We don't see a lot of Blade Mails anymore, but in general, decent build up for this game. I think it's going to be pretty good against the PA because she's not going to have BKB for a long time. Melody with the Holy Locket, not quite at the increased heal talent. Bristle with, as mentioned, this Lotus and Aghanim Scepter queued up. The Shard after that. Punker still working on the AC as before. Silencer, not got any items to speak of right now. I assume he'll end up with like a Force or something related. PA Battle Fury is coming soon. I guess I'm expecting Battle Fury BKB. Yeah, the damage is going to be pretty low for a long time. Maybe this was a game for Maelstrom Maiden, I don't know. If you want to be that real Yatoro god, maybe you just have to get this early farming item and try and do something with it. I just don't know where you go from there. Honestly, it's so hard. Mirana also has no items to speak of necessarily. Easiest is going to be like Yules from here, right? But even that's not great. Ruby just solo contesting this top tier 2 on their own. Atos, Urn coming through, and then the BKB following for Robbie. For Mishuk even. Yeah, just Nathan can't really do anything. Like, has a full boat combo, is a Bristleback. Gonna get jeweled up actually. This is something. Aiden's gonna try and turn onto the Legion Commander's. Gonna get a successful turn, it looks like. There's a lot of stacks on this Bristleback already. Aiden trying to kite round and hit the front side just so they can avoid all the damage. There's a big nice torrent up into the air. The stacks are just mounting now. 6 stacks, 7 stacks. That's just Warpath. Can they actually do anything here? It feels so difficult. There's the Chain Frost, but it's not going to hit any other secondary unit. Nathan looks like he might die here. MLS is going off. There's the Cold Embrace coming through now, and you just can't kill this Bristleback. Our Fury finished now. Like, he's literally going about Fury Shard. Like, I don't disagree with this at all. Just need the most effective damage item, and I think that's it. As Aiden walks in to grab the Melody kill, gonna try and blur, gonna get a Phantom Strike in just a few seconds. Needs a jump. Nice from Mishuk, but so slow and just under the egg. Ruby could definitely have continued there. So good for the PA that she didn't. As melee creep or range creep attacks the tower. Our MVP of this game, objective-oriented gamer, rage creep. Good job. He's dead. Alrighty, where do we go from here? What's this fight recap? Was this the whole Kunkka fight? Winter's Curse duel? Yeah, it must have been. Aiden sees the Chaos Knight, who has most of MKB and runs the fuck away. I think that is also perfectly defensible. What's Nathan doing? Strength damage. Yep, AC's finished now, so again, it's going to provide a lot of building push if they can ever get to that kind of mindset, because all tier 1's still up. It's going to be great against the physical damage that's coming out of basically everyone except the Lich and Winter Wyvern on the Radiant team. I'm interested to see what the next item is though. Like, he's not got any of the Torrent talents, it's just BKB. He's not got any of the Torrent talents, so Torrent Storm possibly out of the question here, although a lot more of that magical damage might be what they need. I just don't think that mid Kunkka can be the one to provide that kind of more utility focused spell. I don't know, itemization seems really tough this game. Mishuk is just going to go down immediately by the looks of it, gets the Atos and runs away. Here's the duel coming through on the back lines onto Ollie. Just going to die. Mishuk does end up going down as well. Long range arrow, get their fantasy points. Forced to TP back because Ruby TPs to meet him, so kind of trading places. Starring Eddie Murphy. Roshan's the call. Seems reasonable to me. They can barely kill any of these heroes once, so giving any of them an Aegis is going to be difficult to deal with, I think, at best. Not sure if Dire are really aware this is happening, if they're just trying to get as much farm out of the map as they can. There goes the Horn. Aiden has the Shard now, going up into BKB, as discussed. Seems like a reasonable build-up. I think prioritizing the Shard is really smart. I think it's exactly what he needs. It's just now he needs to be able to play the fights against Winter's Curse and Duel. Still difficult. And MKB. Let's not forget MKB. They put the Aegis on the CK, which is kind of the weirdest choice, I feel like. The CK without Phantasm is a lot less of a hero, but I guess in this position he's the one with the MKB and is answering the enemy core 1-to-1. We'll be about to pop out with the Aghanim Scepter. Tom is having a quiet game here on the Legion Commander. Not much to speak of, hasn't really been necessary. He's got a few backline kills. Aggressive movement from Melody here, trying to find something, anything. Global Silence goes out, trying to find some stuff. Ruby straight into the middle of everything. Boat's going to come in to give Nathan the rum, also going to get a nice stun onto Ruby. Phantasm to shrug off all of that. Shook's just going to melt on the backlines. Now Aiden's in some danger, gets blurred up. Kunkka on the backlines is taunted up by the duel. Not going to win the duel, looks like, but is going to almost certainly die. Overwhelming odds, though. Not enough to get him. Aiden is, however, going to be the casualty on the Phantom Assassin. On the toggle's getting us through. But yeah, it looks difficult to deal with right now. Ravage. And there finally is the Aghanim. I don't quite understand the like stop off for the Lotus if one of your supports is building one. But I mean, controlling your own fate against Global Silence is something I can understand quite well. I just don't think it needs to be Bristleback himself who builds that item. I mean, that X was like on board, so a bit of a weird decision. Shard is now finished on the Legion. They're going to try and boat the Bristleback. Again, just feels like a depressing amount of damage. Nathan's going to die here. Looks like, yep, goes down. Has buyback, no boat though. Looks like the lane is forfeit. 28 armor on Ruby. Brilliant amount of magic resist as well. 40% magic resist. Depressing. Goldring gonna get caught over on the sides. Insta buyback. Buyback from Kunkka as well. Aiden trying to find something, gets the break onto the Bristleback, but can't really translate much more damage. 12 seconds before that's available again. James the one with Aegis gonna get healed up by the Cold Embrace with the Holy Locket and everything, and the talent. So it's doing a buttload right now. Nathan trying to find anything, just gets blown up. Torrent's really nice though. Just can't really get anything else in the fight. Legion does go down. Aegis is respawning the Chaos Knight. Oh, it was... What happened to Nathan? Was he silenced himself? That boat needed to connect. Oh, it does connect onto Ruby in the backline, so Mishuk might be able to find something here. Gets Winter's Curse up by Melody. Meanwhile, James just chasing Nathan. Kind of messes up his own torrent there just a bit. Turns to the Chaos Bolt. Should be able to get away here as Aiden grabs Melody on the backlines. Ruby also dies. They see the... Oh! They see the Chaos Knight TPing with the arrow, I think. Are able to get most of a team wipe. So 4k gold, exactly where they want it. But I'm not convinced by the comeback here. Full lane goes down in mid before any of this happens. Buyback on the PA, buyback on the Mirana and the Kunkka. Goldring grabs tower in mid. So good times. Still working on BKB now for the Kunkka. Elven Tunic's quite good, I would imagine, although MKB is already on the field. Bot tower does go down as well. 3 bounties in the dire triangle. Spent not much time on their side of the map in recent memory. Headband found by Kitty Power. That's gonna give some great range to the Sinister Gaze, or potentially to the Winter's Curse, even to the Jewel. I wouldn't disagree with it. Cast range increases on short cast range spells is always really powerful. As an average Ether Lens enjoyer, I'm not afraid to tell you guys that at all. Yule's finished down Mirana. Ollie's got himself Ghost Scepter going for Force. More or less expected. Aiden going for BKB. Mishuk also was going for BKB. Has the full vessel now. What's this? Oh, it's the Sange. So I guess Halberd is coming. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got Lotus coming into Glimmercape for Kitty. MKB into what's this? Satanic Reaver on James. So he knows what he wants. What he wants is the death of the enemy. I wonder if this is a conscious 1-3 swap, like if it's just a lane swap, like if that was the idea. From how they're like itemized, I would say that it looks like that. Eternal Shroud being built up for Ruby into Heart for herself. You're supposed to use this to farm? So Dire's splitting the map quite well, opening up some space for Kunkka and PA to farm in. BKB's finished now for PA, going straight for the Aghanim Scepter. Close to spell level? I assume they're not. What's the Axe for then? Blur's instant. Precious abilities. Okay. Don't know what the thought process is, to be honest. Sinister Gaze gets chucked out along with the Chain Frost. Icicle a bit late to the party. There's the break. You can get Winter's Cursed up now. Most of it's BKB. It's going to break early. This is a nice fight for Aiden, but BKB is wearing off real soon. Melody goes down on the back lines. Nathan gets pulled back by the reality rift of the Chaos Knight. Because there's some danger. They're going to get silenced up on a few heroes. Aiden's back in again. No more fan of knives to press though. So they've got Melody, but the rest of this lineup is just incredibly tanky as James dances around for a bit, tanks the full arrow. Tom's there to make it look like it never happened though, so all good. Yeah, minute 30 on the Roshan. I think that's where the nail in the coffin will be set for the Dire team. Aiden trying to find some breaks onto Ruby now as well, but it's just, yeah, it's proving real difficult. The Lotus is inadvertently, I think this is the spell level, pretty sure. So the Lotus is giving a lot of play to that as well from Ruby. Maybe that was part of the idea of the Lotus. PA showing on bot wave, getting chased about, blurs out. Yep, gonna scan him out, but yeah, just TP's no reason to stick about. It's not gonna cut another few waves, it looks like. Maybe could have done, but seems a bit much. Levels are looking still a bit sad. Actually, the mids are plowing ahead. Everything else is more or less caught up. Having a fight start off while I'm scratching my leg, so can't find anything. Kitty power goes down. Jewel come out onto Goldrian. Aiden's come in with the BKB, but everyone's golden right now. There's the Winter's Curse going out again. Once again, it's not onto all of these heroes, as the break is translated incredibly well onto Ruby. There's the BKBs, the shard coming out. James's Reality Rift Chaos Block combo is just getting more and more ridiculous. They just all get to beat Aiden up. BKB TP from Nathan. I think we're more or less done with this game by the looks of things. 4 kills for 2, just supports dying on the Radiant, and you know, these BKBs and these chunky lads are just difficult to deal with, and there would be 2 hearts coming in recent time, in a very short amount of time. No slouch on building damage either, so potential to just go through in here, I would imagine. Can't just decide which building they want to hit though, so it takes a while. Gonna grab the Megas, just delay Ruby's progress across the map, seems reasonable to me. Force the buyback of Silencer with, what was that, 10 seconds left? 20 seconds? Yeah, 15 seconds left, it's sad times. Hate using buybacks, and like, it always surprises me that buybacks don't really scale with the amount of like death time left. Feels like that'd be really useful. The full arrow going through, but this is the Mega's defense, and you still don't have to PA for another 40 seconds. Boat coming in, not gonna hit anyone with the BKBs. Bishop just dies through the Chaos Bolts, and Nathan trying to find any semblance of a fight is just proving real difficult. Gets a big stun on the arrow onto Ruby, but the Chaos Bolts can get BKB'd off. The toggle's going to get us through. Reality Rift though. Now pierces spell immunity. Talon. Good fucking game. Yeah. Pretty clinical here from Gamers Gaming Esports. Again, we can't look at the drafts particularly well because of the way that things are actually panning out with the replays. So we can't look at those very easily. But I would imagine this would be filed under a draft win, like CK plus Bristleback plus Legion in these lanes, and then the answers being like Conquer PA. Seems difficult to really get going, I think. 76, 278, I think. I think it's this one. Looks like. Alrighty, so let's get straight into game 2. Let's give us one look at the draft, see if we can actually see it. Hello? Hello, Draftness, my old friend. Oh, I might be able to see it here. See if it works. Alrighty, so Morphling. Again, we can't see the pool, so a bit difficult to comment entirely. Morphling, Windrunner, Bane, or Band seems reasonable to me. Don't want to let Ruby morph, I think, in this pool, or in a pool. Tom's been showing a lot of prowess on the Windrunner, and yeah, the Bane is just a really insane hero. Razor, Silencer, and Undying all banned out. So some respect going over to these kind of like 5 heroes, Undying and Silencer. I think Razor's been picked up. So I'm assuming there's something like a Lifestealer or similar like hard counters for Razor. Let's see if we can actually see the hero picks. First pick, Void Spirit. I mean, we've seen this time and time again from like every good mid player in IDL, so see if Nathan can follow the torch. Sand King picked up. I know Tom and James both love this hero. Shadow Demon, also potential. He's one for Kitty. Nyx Assassin picked up. I love the Nyx. Nyx is also always really good. And we saw the spoilers before that Dawnbreaker is going to be in the hands of Aiden. So yeah, carry Dawnbreaker is pretty dumb. With enough attack damage, you just press Q and things die, and that's a really nice place to be. So really nice, high-powered heroes coming out from mid and from safe here. I think this is the Ruby Monkey King. Again, a really nice hero. I think Monkey King's in a great spot right now. Elder Titan. They have an Elder Titan player? I assume this is Kitty's hero, because I don't think I've seen anybody else play Elder Titan on this team. But we'll see. Viper picked up. I assume this is to try and win the Monkey matchup. Although I was going to assume this was the mid matchup between Void and Monkey. So, might be a support Viper at this rate, or a 3 Viper for Mishuk. Just make the safe laner sad, whatever it is, because that's a likely outcome, is that you play Viper off lane and the safe lane is sad. Oh, you did give me the pools. Yeah, I have the pools. I forgot about that. There's been so many replay casts. Pizza. Pool for game 2. A big Pugner here. So Pugner's here. So options for carry are like Lone Druid, Ursa, Spectre. Again, or they just play the Monkey and pick a mid laner. Could be Invoker. I imagine they might think the Pugner is not 3. But I think the 3 is going to be played by Mishuk and it's going to be Pugner. So potential mids, Morphling's out. Ursa, Lone Druids, Troll is pickable necessarily. But again, that's probably why they banned out the Razor if they were looking for it. So yeah, they're going to play the Invoker in mid. Okay, so Kitty, it's Melody in Elder Titan. Okay, I haven't seen that one before. But ET is a hero with a real, like, strong upsides, so potential to make the heroes very sad. Although the problem with playing ET in this kind of lineup is that there are a lot of like random stuns, and you don't, like, in the same way that you deal with like TB or Slark or something, you don't just shut down this Agi carry because there isn't one. No Agi heroes except the Nyx to deal with. Viper an Agi hero? Viper might be an Agi hero. Sounds like the kind of thing that some bullshit would happen. Alrighty, let's get into this one. Hammer through. Spoilers? Replay, please? Team? Okay. Let's ignore that. That Voca hat. Is it the yeah, it's the wizard hat. Dark Artistry plus shitty wizard hat.
Well, this'll work.
You hate to see it. Alright, so Radiant for the Podypodpod team. The spirit of Dave lives on through us all. Zoom up. So what do we have in the end? James is going to play the Monkey King. Ruby's going to play the Invoker. At least she's moved away from the child invoker. That is, it's creepy. I'm about to smack the shit out of these individuals. Oh, okay. Weird champ. So early rune fight. I think Dawnbreaker takes Q.
Time to earn myself a bad reputation.
Mishuk gonna play this 3 Pugner again. Might have a bit of a fight with Zemel for the most Poggies Pugner, or Puggies Pogner in IDL with the recent games on Pugner, but always a mainstay. This kind of, like, Dave and Mike, Mishuk Mike, always fans of this next assassin hero. So I'm assuming that Mike's going to have some opinions on how it's played. This won't go away. I'm hoping it goes away when there's like an actual first blood or something, but oh, we'll find out. Can it go away like this? Nope, it can't go away like this. Okay, let's just hope it goes away at some point. So ET trading early with the Ollie Viper, getting juked a little bit through the trees. Again, with the Astral Spirit down or waning, it's difficult to want to fight on the ET. Early doors, we have decent lane for Invoker, 8-1 versus 61, so pretty even, all things considered. Nice taunt back there on Nathan. Cauldron gonna get disrupted up. Kitty 101 right now, so standard build looks like. Sankey not last hitting particularly well, or did pick up here of CS just there. Trying to last hit under tower for the Dawnbreaker should be relatively easy. She does after all have infinity damage. I wonder when Kitty Power will kill Mishuk, because we know that it's happening. Great stomp down bot from Melody, taking a lot of damage still from the Viper, but again, we know that that doesn't kill because the spoolers limp away. Small amount of health. Was that a salve on? Yeah, salve on Mel. Aiden content to tank up these creeps. Favor a better lane position, so good decision making from the boy. James trying to get Jingo up. Ooh. Is this it? Is it coming? Gonna get most of his health back from the Jingo on the wave, although gonna get a couple of creeps denied by the looks of it. Nice decrep. Another few denies going out here. It's brutal from Mishuk though. The decrep into the denies is always a shit bit about playing against Pugner. This is the key of Shadow Demon. You can even do 3 here. Stand here, poison here, hit here, walk here, pull this. But 2 is easy to do. Why risk fucking it up? Level 1 Impale, level 2 Impale, not very long. Need the lens and stuff to go through with that possibly. Mishuk possibly going down here, possibly to Kitty Power. Great body blocks though. Jingu's going to go up. Here's going to be the Boundless, and then Kitty Power is going to drew first blood by killing Mishuk. No one could ever have seen it coming. And they both disappear, so we've been given respite from the warning up top. Let's pop it to net worth quickly. It's going pretty okay for Void. Again, it seems pretty even at the moment, so I imagine by the looks of it, Invoker's done a couple of the side camps early. Is Cos Exhort, so has no interest in these trifling urns and such. It's going for the Midas. Gonna look for Sunstrikes. Oh, there's someone at my door. Hold. I'll be back in a second. Getting ganked by delivery drivers that aren't even for me. I don't want to take parcels for my neighbors. This is bullshit. Alright, back we go. Lots of damage going out onto James already, but still has access to potentially... Could have weighed that out. Jingu stack's going to last a while. It's going to get the jump up. And then bot, the stomp goes out onto 2 heroes. Hayden in some danger. Lots of poison going out onto Mel. Gonna tick once, twice, 3 times. Go down. Been listening to Jack talk for like 4 hours, now it's silent. I'm kinda weirded out. Sag. I should make like sleep tapes. You're a strong, confident Matthew Corey. Kid, you gonna get away with this? Surely not. Surely not. The ankles are broken. Boundless is available. Gonna break that. Doesn't quite get the carapace either. Sunstrike looking. Hits Mishuk. Beautiful. Nicely done by Ruby there. And this is why I really don't like Quas-Wex Invoker being the thing, because you don't just get these like fat Sunstrikes that just end lanes. So Ruby's going to be just like ahead by a couple hundred gold now just because of the Sunstrike kill. I just love that about Exalt Invoker. Stun goes out onto Aiden, but again there's a lot of damage. Mel can't hide in the Sandstorm. Needs to be real careful that they're going to get this stomp off in any meaningful sense. Tom's forced to hide in the Sandstorm that you can barely see because of my shitty graphic settings. And we're only 1200 left in the queue for Final Fantasy servers, so I wouldn't buy that sleep tape. That's sad. What if it was kitschy and on Etsy? Hand drawn. I want more insults. This is a really, really weird start of a YouTube chat we're having him at. You're a shitty, worthless Matthew Corey. Go to sleep. So close to ticking out. 1, 2, 3. The last one doesn't tick. I thought it always like ticked when it hit the end of the debuff, but apparently it doesn't. And when I can sell my hello, you are 1k worthless trash on my like YouTube channel. That's when I've really hit the big time. Need one of those weird microphones that shape like ears though. I think that's part of a prerequisite. Decrep goes out onto Mishuk. James needs to work out when his spells are physical. Should be enough to kill off Mishuk here anyway. Trying to juke, but not going to go anywhere near not dying. Nice Sandstorm, Sand King Burrow Strike. Another nice jump from, ooh, beautiful double impale. Potential Sunstrike if they can't find it, but not needed in the end. I'm calling a stop to this particular conversation immediately. Melody's sitting on high ground and high-fiving, and I think Nathan will provide the high five, and so will Ollie. Another Astral Step gonna ensure the kill. I could have bet any amount of money that there would be some form of all chat related to that high five, and I would not have lost a penny. Better get a GoFundMe going. We need you to buy Jack a weird ear-shaped microphone so he can insult people about Dota on the internet. PogChamp. James once more. Oh! Beautiful rotation here. It's gonna leave Ollie to die in the mid lane. Well, that's not Aiden's fault, but nice turnaround. Gets the Jingu. Beautiful stun from Goldring comes through on the next assassin, and then translate over with the Solar Guardian. Make sure everything is nice and dandy, and you're killing the enemy carriers. It's always a good sign. Get the entire top tower as well, because Pugnet is no slouch when it comes to building damage. Arcane Rune pinged out by Ruby. Again, not a bottle mid is Invoker, so... Has the Midas now, going to top wave to try and grab that as it comes in. There's the Alacrity. 225 the build from Invoker right now, so very heavy exalt. Right clicking like a beast, 200 damage, plus the, oh, what's this, like 110, plus the 30, plus the 58 for Alacrity or something, yeah. But counting is real difficult. Nice disruption there to dodge the damage from the Dissimulate, but it's not going to do anything in terms of keeping you alive against the engrossed powers of the Void Spirit. In the bot lane, Melody's going for an Echo Stomp. We're going to go link up the Burrow Strike, but Tom doubles back onto Aiden and tries to get away with everything so far. So he's going to get a nice... no mana right now. Can I get Echo Stomped in? Like, I mean, it's a bit weird. I'm pretty sure you could have got this off, but it depends when you see the Echo Stomp. Alacrity Catapult left in top lane with the Glyph Tower. There's the Echo Saber to kill the Echo Stomp. Oh, Vendetta comes out. Nice. Link of the stuns up. It's not going to be enough. Tom gets away with a small Burrow Strike. Ollie's going to try and find it. Has the dust. Has the top 1, 2, 3 poison attacks. It's enough. Nicely done. Melody has a big Astral Spirit here with the heroes that have been found. Does find the kill. Wow. Did not expect that one. Aiden should be able to come through with a Starbreaker any minute, but just needs the Echo Saber with Luminosity just to be enough. Yeah, the hero scaling on Astral Spirit is wild. It's like, what, 11 bonus damage for creeps and then 58 bonus damage for heroes. Obviously, in general, there are a lot more creeps than heroes. Is the Epicenter being channeled up? Is the dealt with a little bit by Goldrian. Oh, the Solar Guardian's going to be big here, and it comes through as well from the Impale. Aiden has no mana here to fight with, but here's the Monkey Pit. They need to get out of this. There's the Boundless Strike coming through as well. Aiden might be in some danger now. 3 stacks of the Jingu, gets the Stomp up. The Barrow Strike comes through as well. The tower does go down, but they find themselves in a little bit of a bad area. James didn't... oh, he doesn't have the mana for Primal Spring. That's unfortunate. Oh, there is some stuff happening. There's another Astral Step. There's going to be another one there for sure. Nathan trying to get away with things. Gets Cold Snap, gets Boundless Struck, gets dead. So yeah, very, very odd set of events here now. Radiant do pick up another kill by killing Melody with the Viper. Kitty is only level 5 and walking dangerously close to that level 8 Viper, but decides better of it. So now I think defending this mid tower is a good idea. Absolutely for sure. Ruby should be able to, not quite backdoor it, but has a lot of damage with these this Forge Spirit and the Alacrity. So we'll be able to get through that. There, was this Glyph available? No, it wasn't. Okay. Give them at least a modicum of credit. Alrighty. James looking towards his Orb of Corrosion Treads, looking towards the rest of Echo, I think, is this? There's clarity coming out on the courier. Or is it just Orb? Has he just completely audibled an entire item here? We didn't miss that. Ollie's walking dangerously close to this Invoker. Scary. Viper Strike goes out onto Kitty, but Ruby has a lot of damage. Trav's on Nathan, first item as well. Gonna dodge out the okay, lots of spells going wide there. Gonna dodge out the Echo Stomp with the Dissimulate. Yeah, it's a very bloodthirsty game, this one, absolutely. Now there's too many dire heroes in the area, I think. Ruby gonna get Vendetta'd up, and it's the perfect setup for the Dawnbreaker. They're just watching this and waiting. This is really nice play from Goldrian and from Aiden as well. Melody is gonna get slowed down by the Viper Strikes, or by poison attacks. Gonna be more than enough to kill them off. go for the Echo Stomp to try and get out, but no dice. So yeah, 3 for 0 clean kills there. Up to 24 kills in 15 minutes. This is the spicy meatball game we always know and love. Oh. Dyra pinging out the enemy has vision. They're right. I agree. Measure going up into this top lane. He's got his Ether Lens. He's going for Kaya. I would imagine there's a Travels in there somewhere just to make sure that... Yeah, there is. Just unlocks this. Make sure you move at the speed of sound. It's very important. Aggressive moves into this side of the jungle from Ollie. Nathan clearing out the waves. Grabs himself a Yule's Scepter. I wonder what specifically that's for. He's seen Orchid being built up from the Invoker. I guess that's most of it. Midas, 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 Pog. Yeah, there's the Orchid finish for the Invoker. Sand King also has his Blink Dagger on Courier. Again, the vision being gained by this Vendetta is really nice, but the creep hits him, so he knows about this sentry here. Looks like Nathan's trying to bait a little bit. Ruby doesn't lead with the Orchid, which is odd to me. Galdrian's gonna be in some danger, gets a nice carapace out onto Ruby though as well. Here's the Solar Guardian coming in. It's gonna come just after the... What's going on here? They're going to take a lot of damage. Astral Stomp, Echo Stomp is going to take a lot of damage into Aiden. It's going to get taken away by the Decrep. It's a lot of... Oh, the Blink stun. The Orchid forward onto Nathan as well. Stops the Astral Step, trying to get in for the rest of the fight. He's going to kill Ruby here. There's the disruption now as well. Nathan's going to die as well. Wow, and Monkey King doesn't even come to the fight. This is looking really rough for Radiant. That was possibly a really nice fight there that they could have worked out, but their spells are kind of thrown in different directions, and a lot of kiting and a lot of that late Orchid usage from Ruby there as well was really nice. Really farming back into things with the Midas, getting a lot of levels on that Exhort Invoker. Max Exhort now. Spell starting to hit like trains. Well, max -1. 475 on the Sunstrike, which is pretty brutal. Trying to find these stomps. Aiden has gone to farm. It's pretty close to the relic, so Radiant's coming soon. Essence Ring, Fillowstones, keeping the Brim Handle. Don't mind that. Galdrian still not much in the way of items. Got Ring of Health, so might be looking for a hood. He scouts out this ancient stack. Needs to be careful of this sentry ward though. So they are calling some heroes over. He's now in the sentry, so needs to be a little careful. Down in the bot lane, the throw is going to get hit by the Sunstrike, I think. Let's make sure. Action replay. Yeah, he gets hit by it after his wand activation, and then gonna take the rest of it. Ruby, meanwhile, while getting a free kill, well, assist, gets the rest of the ancient stack. Going for BKB on herself, makes sense to me. Orchid BKB seems pretty good here. Not being like aggressive with these Orchids because she knows about the Yules. I still think we need to force that and see how many tools you can take away from this this Void Spirit early. That Midas was there before. I see you, Ruby. I see you. I observe. Okay. Hurricane scouted out by Kitty in the top lane. They love this Lotus Orb on Kitty. Both games. Early on Lich, early on Shadow Demon. Like, heroes that I would consider to have very standard build-ups. They just kind of fit a Lotus in here and play with that. Like, I was the same with Force Staff for quite some time. I could just build it regardless because I was happy to play with Force Staff. Maybe they're similar with Lotus. They're just happy to play for these defensive, like, gotchas. Radiant's finished now for the Dawnbreaker, so farming is going to go stonks. And there's a lot of AoE damage in these fights. Goldrin again just getting all this information. Aura Strike going to go forward onto Ollie again. Sunstrike's coming through. Ruby's going to grab up another kill. Gets the dust off before he dies, but not going to amount to much. James tries to aggress forward onto Nathan. He's going to find himself in a bit of trouble right now. Tries to go for the Yules on Nathan, but mistimes it a little bit. And ends up using the monkey in his pit rather than before the pit spawns. Tom trying to look for the blink. I can see it. There it is. Nicely done, Ruby. Going for the Sunstrike just in case Tom doesn't have it. But Tom has it. Tom's always got this. Don't worry about it. Look at these nice good job tips that we've got going on. This very non-toxic atmosphere. Smile. So Nathan somehow, like, I feel like he's been farming a lot, but also falling behind in like how quickly he can farm, which is, I guess, probably just quite accurate. Like, Invoker's going to out-farm you with the Midas and with the Sunstrike kills. Monkey should at least build up into one small item, which is in fact the Maelstrom. He's got both Maelstrom and Echo, which I wouldn't have expected, but maybe. No, that just sounds right. I like it anyway. Goldrian dispatching himself to the bot lane with a few friends to defend this tower. Here's the Vendetta. Oh, there was a Void Spirit there. I do not know where, but it was there somewhere. And then the Echo Stomp is interrupted by the Astral Spirit. Or the Ether Remnant, whatever it's called. Nice dust forward onto everyone of these invisible heroes. Nathan should be looking for something here. Gets the blink away on Tom. Melody getting away with murder yet again. Just unable to kill Melody as well after they've destroyed Ruby. That was the quickest Invoker death I've seen in some time. It was like 3 seconds, 100 to 0. 1300 damage from Nyx. Vendetta, 660 magical damage with the mana burn. Fun and interactive gaming. 4.5 times int. It wasn't even maxed. Is in fact a lot of int. Cold Snap going forward out onto Nathan. Midas used again on Ruby. What is this Forge Spirit? Super cool. There's a cool icon. Custom effect multiple icon. Familiars of glorious inspiration. So there's the Kitty power spike. Lotus Orb's done. Melody has the crest as well. Invoker's got a lot of this random stuff. BKB most notably finished recently, so Cataclysm is on the cards for Ruby, it appears. I'm not sure the best way to set that up, probably just through Echo Stomp. Dodges out the tornado in the bot lane. Ollie in the area looking for stuff. Echo Stomp already used. Melody real far forward. Ollie looks like he's going to die here. Doesn't even. This is a very over the top epicenter, but I guess. What? Was that a map click or something? This is a nice rotation from Aiden. He's going to get so much damage into Melody. Nathan grabs the kill with the Echo Stomp. Sorry, with the Astral Step. Radiance damage is going off. There's the Nether Blast. Ruby is invis here, and they see them on the sentry. Must know that something's happening. TP just came up. Would you like to leave, or are we cutting some waves? We're also killing the boy. Nice ghost. That's really heads up. Ruby gets the BKB off immediately, but now you have to contend with just fighting a Dawnbreaker and the other 4 heroes. Nathan's so close to dying, but he's fine. BKB finished now on the Dawnbreaker. So Aiden is pretty rich, but as are both the Monkey and the Invoker, but the Invoker dead, so not rich when you're dead. Mail, BKB, Echo, all good stuff on Monkey coming soon. As both of the damage talents, which I despise because support Monkey is the only reasonable way to play Monkey, by which I mean it's wholly unreasonable. Nice D-ward there from Goldrian. Mel walking over with some sentry already pre-placed back here. Misha going for his own BKB on the Pugner. Nathan skipping the BKB, it looks in favor of Ags. He's built his favorite mid lane item, so he's probably quite happy. Purple item, purple spirit. Bit of a lull in this game right now, so let's speed up to the next action. A commando which I possessed over real ideal games where nothing happens forever. Sad for Nathan. He zips through a camp and then finds the item on the way out. Dips back to get it, but could have been dangerous. It's like Dire looking for a smoke, or are we all just, yeah, we're all just standing around. Not for no reason, just for slow reason.
Can someone please explain what's happening in this?
DD on Ruby. Oops, that's too slow. Smoke's gonna break. Looks like Tom finds uphill. Ships in the night. Counter smoke now for the Radiant. They scan up in their triangle where they expect the heroes to be. They're going to go all the way across the river, and I think they should find something good here. This is a good movement. They need to be aware of what they could find. Smoke breaks uphill. Just kill him. Try and find the monkey in the pit. Oh, I can't see what's going on. Aiden just about escapes. Tries to heal himself. Oh, nice heals up. James is going to die as well on the backside of the fight. The epicenter is hitting Mishuk, but only Mishuk. He dies over there to the Shadow Demon poison. Nathan trying to go in for the rest of the fight, but Aiden is on extremely low health, getting slowed up by the Ghost Walk. Nice burst strike to find him there. Yeah, a lot of time spent dealing with that monkey, and not a lot of time spent actually successfully killing him. Up the hill goes the Nathan. Oh, gets used up actually. Oh, he gets caught. Wow, okay. Nice. That was so nice from down the hill on Goldrian, but it's just not in time. So in the end, 4 for 2 goes the trade. Melody gets out with the smoke. Yeah, a lot of time spent dealing with the monkey over here and just not realizing that they needed to like do the rest of the fight. And I think Mishuk was caught in a really bad place. So hard fight there for the Radiant as the gold lead is super close now. 2.6k increase in gold for the Dire team. Invoker has the Aghanim Scepter now, so access to +1 level in Cosworks Exhort and an additional spell in the Cataclysm. Which is fun, interactive, and not the worst bit of Invoker's kit at all. Smile. Kaya Sanj on Sand King. That's interesting. So Dio wants some of these buildings off the map, and I can totally agree with that. Ruby's Alacrity is still absurd. Has the talent as well. Skipping all the way through the 10 talents, which is pretty standard at this point. Not sure that Radiant should really contest this. They have the glyph, they have the wave clear. I think that's about as far as it should go. Aiden looks like he's going to contest this top lane and try and force them back across the map. They see Goldrian on some of these sentry wards with the monkey tree vision. I guess. I'm not sure Nathan would comfortably build the Tranquil Boots though, so Tom, you're fired. Right, 100 gold off the Ags for the Void Spirit as well, so these double silences are going to be brutal in fights without the BKBs active. But like a lot of I think every relevant core in the enemy team, by which I mean both relevant cores in the enemy team have BKBs, so it's going to be quite difficult to find that unless Monkey goes for a pit channel or something without popping BKB for reasons. Good use of Sentry Vision across the map from all these supports as well, though. Like every single corner of the map has a sentry in it. Nullifier built up for Aiden. Alright, first of all, whore. Second of all, what the hell? Wonder who that's for. I guess for the monkey, like you want to 1v1 the monkey? You can't dispel Ghost Walk, I'm pretty sure. No. Oh, fights. Nope, none of that happened. Right, what happened here? Big jump in from Nathan gets the reveal of the Ags. These two supports are both caught. Melody once again getting away. Epicenter being channeled. Invoker caught potentially. Solar Guardian coming through. Big Echo Stomp on the wrong side. Ruby's going to take a lots of damage, just die immediately. James is catching the Nyx Assassin in the pit. He's going to try and get out through the trees. Gets the silence off. Nathan going to be able to set up with the rest of the spells, I think. What happened there? Stun coming through, Nullifier slowing really a lot, but Tom is going to die maybe to Radiance, but he's not going to. Here's the nice carapace there. Sadly hits twice, I do believe, so only going to take half the damage off. Maybe is this one? Okay, damage is happening. Glyph gets popped. We're seeing the power of this Stormbreaker though, like hits like a train. And Invoker just doesn't have the defensive items to deal with that specifically. Blink now brought up, Midas on cooldown while dead, or off cooldown while dead. Viper TPing to bot lane. Quite poor on the Viper. Gone for the Dragon Lance, which I really don't like. If you're going to do this kind of build, you should really have Shard. Because then at least you're like building into like this kind of half crest item. Dragon Lance is just bad. Like, come on, Ollie. Sort your life out. Goes down real fast with the Pugner. Just heal up Aiden as well along the way, I think. Oh, they find Tom as well. He's going to go down just in the time, but another great Echo Stomp coming through. Now you are visible and you are dead. I want to push this top lane really. Ruby just blinked forward. If they get caught here, that's kind of bad for them. BKB coming on Nathan anytime soon. Aiden's next item is Satanic, and then into Shard. He wants to be a bit more spell immune. No Ags building up in here. Nathan farming his way back into things. Or farming his way into things. Not sure there's really any back about it. I always forget how far the spirit can go. Melody's just standing underneath the tier 3 and they kind of baited an astral step just by sending spirits out. Once again, no more left. Wagner's gone bottom now to try and deal with some of this invoker split push. We nether blast in. Ooh, I like this movement from Goldrian, assuming he's trying to find the invoker. You have a scan available on Radiant, you could use it to reasonably look for them, but let's be pretty sure that you can clear some of this stuff out. So they want to control the triangle and wait for someone to walk uphill, but while there's no real lane pressure, it doesn't feel like they're really incentivized to do so. You need to be cutting this as well if you're doing this, I think. Aiden's realized just a smidge too late. He's gonna chuck some hammer though. They've brought one wave with them, which is good. Ruby's gonna deal with the remaining wave. No, Ruby's not gonna do it at all. Okay, what's going on? Midas soft cooldown, so go use, I guess. I'm just gonna take this tier 2 tower for free. I guess the defense is gonna be on the high ground. Not before. The sentry should have been pretty visible. Aiden going deep. I mean, he's turned off his radiance, which is nice to avoid the Shadow Demon illusions having radiance. He's popped the Aegis here now though, and he's going to go into the melee or into the pit. We should try and look for a hammer out. Nicely done, but it's taking a lot of damage here. Lots of healing from Mishuk happening, but he's also pretty low, so not a lot gained from that push and a lot given up. Smoke out now from the dive. I want to find something. Again, the gold lead is kind of ballooned a little bit to 8k. Not a great amount. Sorry, not a great amount, more than I would expect this kind of time in the game. Nathan's trying to find something, but I mean, it's not very difficult to dodge the Echo Stomp on the Void Spirit hero. Forge Spirit's trying to push down the bot lane. Time to initiate speed mode. Imagine what we want to see here is get a couple of Starbreaker charges on Aiden, build up into Satanic, wait for next Roche, try and break a high ground lane. But if they find any reasonable space in the meantime, they could probably do that anyway. It's close. Yep, Starbreaker charges comes through. And he's going to be Spell Immune doing all of them. Goth. Nathan's also going to be 25 soon, and that stun talent is also bonkers. More bonkers than a Dizzy Rascal song in the bot lane. See the trading going up. Aiden's going to soak so much damage. Ruby's going to take so much in return, but is nullified up. Needs to get another right click in to kill. There it is. Pugner's in the wrong spot. Has the BKB, he should probably use it. Nathan or Aiden banished up, nullifies off James. He just can't build those stacks properly. Definitely can't use them appropriately, and there's a Virus Strike coming soon. They're both nullified. Yeah, Mishuk is just able to turn the tide of that 1v1. Really smart itemization here from Aiden. Satanic and turning off that radiance just to try and deal with the illusions from Shadow Demon. It's a great trade though. Like, you trade Nathan for like a lot of damage. It's Ollie's got the shard now, so he's a real threat for buildings. And now the Dragon Lance coming through after this would make sense, I think, just to save siege. Yeah, really nice. Aghanims. It's tank finish now for Aiden, and now we're seeing the win rate, the spike in net worth. Stun forward on Nathan. There's a lot of damage here. Has Kitty finished the Ags yet? Not quite yet. Goldream was in the back lines, trying to find something. Gets the Stormcrafter off the Orchid, which is nice. Oh my god, the big Starbreaker coming through. Ruby just gets a fucking hell. The damage coming through from the decrepified mana burn. Let's see if that shows up. Yeah, 1076 magic damage after resistances because of decrepify mana burn. 1076 unit targeted damage. Bruh. There's the epicenter coming through. Blink, Sparrow Strike. You can just get turned on now, and Tom is not looking great. Again, try and turn off the Radiance. Doesn't quite manage it this time. Melody trying to get a nice... the Nullifier stops the 4-staff halfway through. It appears you've tried to use an item against this item, and therefore you are deceased. Can't nullify the BKB right away though, so... Nice interruption on the Sand King. He's going to try and kill the Shadow Demon now. Aiden on a double kill. There's an Nullifier again. You just can't... You can't play with Jingu Mastery, and GG is just called. I think that's really, really good itemization there from Aiden. We saw it 3 or 4 fights in a row. Nullifier and Satanic both doing incredible work. So it's a 1-1 for Podypodpod versus Gamers Gaming Esports Esporting. Okay. So, that's that series done. I think what we're missing is game 1 of the Wait Puck in Second versus Stunner series, and then the queue is finished, but I need food before the actual IDL game tonight, so I'll see you then. Bye team, have a good one.